All right, welcome in everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Playbook Podcast. Let me open this up here. It's good to be back. It's good to be back in the groove. Had some things happen last week. I wasn't able to join, but we're here today. We're excited for today. I gave Trey a break from me owning him. What is up, Travis? Welcome in. It's a snooze fest, Travis. It's a legitimate snooze fest.
Travis, that game was boring, dude.
Neither of these teams can score. It's pretty sad. I do have it up here. If 13-9 heater going into the fourth quarter. I do have the game up. If anything interesting happens, I'll say it. But the Chargers are up 13-9 right now. Yeah, we have a little bit to talk about here. We're going to touch a little bit on some NFL. We are also going to hop over to some college football, which I'm so excited to talk about. A little bit of NBA, LeBron James. Oh my gosh. We'll talk about him in a little bit. Have a little bit of golf to talk as well. Trey did want to say some stuff about Tiger. So, yeah, the pick six fumble touchdown offense. Okay, yeah, he's trolling. But, yeah, we're going to hop right in, guys. We're going to cover some NFL games real quickly here before we move on to college football. But our Dallas Cowboys played the Lions Thursday night. They did end up losing 44-30 after a couple great weeks of defensive play. The Cowboys defense finally falters against a very good Lions team, and they give up 44 to Jared Goff and company. Jahmyr Gibbs went crazy, having 3 touchdowns, which he scored against me in fantasy, by the way. But shout out to my guy Puka Nacua, and shout out to my guy Michael. I'm literally Randy Moss and Marvin Harrison Jr. is out, Wilson, because he's a beast of a fantasy guy. I did end up winning, thankfully. GG's to my boy Diedrich. I'm playing Drake in the finals. Trey's the toilet bowl loser, by the way, in case y'all are wondering.
What's screamy, guys, was the Malik Neighbors.
That was unlucky. That was unlucky. I will give you that. I will give you that. That was unlucky, but.
And Malik Neighbors playing so good, and then he blew his knee out.
Yeah, he blew his knee out, and it's unlucky. But also dropping Chris Olave hurt you for sure. Yep. For no reason. You had Trey Palmer starting. But I feel like after the Malik Neighbors injury, you kind of just gave up. You kind of just quit, kind of. But
hey, one of my leagues, I'm in the playoffs, so I guess that's
okay. Well, that's good. That's good. He turned his attention elsewhere, but it's going to be a heater between me and Drake in the finals. Drake's team has been a juggernaut all year, and let's see if I can defend my title. That'd be pretty sick. But yeah, so CD did go out with a concussion in this game. I do think that altered the way this game ended up going, because before he went out, he had 6 catches for 121 yards. He was dicing this Lions defense up pretty big time. And, I do feel like if he didn't go out, and that concussion was bad, Coach Brian Schottenheimer has said that he is progressing nicely. So, he might be able to play on Sunday, but if you're a fantasy guy, look for Ryan Flournoy to step up in that role. But the overall, it was a pretty bad game from the Cowboys. Dak did throw 2 interceptions. I feel like one of them was off a receiver's hand. One of them wasn't great, but I'm not going to put it at the feet of Dak Prescott, because this game was 20-9 going into the third quarter. That sounds like a big lead. It's really only 11 points. It's not that big. The defense really couldn't stop anything. There's no depth in the secondary. Deron Bland was, kind of getting torched for a little bit, but George Pickens was a no-show. It was his worst game of the year. I feel like he had 5 catches for 37 yards and ended up not being very good. But yeah, Cowboys season is probably over. It was a good run, but they did beat the Eagles and Chiefs in back-to-back weeks, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the Cowboys season is probably over. But what do you think about this game, Trey?
Well, first of all, make sure y'all like, subscribe to my Facebook feed. My, y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, that was weird. The
I
Cowboys.
thought you.
I was looking like a rap. Okay. Anyways.
Travis said that's what I've been saying.
Okay. Okay, my bad, guys. Back to what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Back to what I was saying.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
I'm not gonna read this. Well, share my Facebook page, subscribe, and comment, and there you go. Not the Cowboys game. This was a do-or-die situation for the Dallas Cowboys, and they proved everybody wrong like always because we're an accident waiting to happen. You know?
Oh man!
And here's the deal: I think one of the calls was stupid. He got tired. Ferguson was held.
That was a bad call.
That was not passing interference. That was the stupidest call probably ever. The refs are blind or stupid. So yeah, this game is probably over. This season's over. We had a good run while we happened, and I'm disappointed how this team ended off. I am hurt by it. I cried at work a little bit, and we had a chance. We had a chance to win this game. And I hate to say this, but I thought we had a good chance to win without Michael Parsons. This could have pushed something to Michael Parsons that we don't need him. And this is what happened. We let go of the passing rushing defense.
Mm-hmm.
George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb were amazing. I think Schottenheimer should win Coach of the Year probably for what he did. We doubted Dak Prescott on this podcast from last season, and Dak played amazing. But you know what happened? There's no defense at all. The defense sucks. Deron Bland sucks now. Secondary sucks. Diggs is hurt. He needs to retire. Season's over for his career is over basically. The only thing we had going was George Pickens and running back, and that's about all we had. So the season was over. And Jahmyr Gibbs looked like Barry Sanders out there. He looked like freaking Barry Sanders out there. He was playing receiver and running back, and we couldn't stop him. So, Cowboys season's over.
Yeah, I agree. Saquon did just run in a touchdown. I guess it was on a fake tush push. That's great. It's 16-3 now. We'll see what happens. Chargers probably not going to score again, but I don't. The thing is though is Bland is already on the slot right now because Siobhan Revel is playing that outside corner role right now, and he's been good. I think he'll continue to grow and stuff. So I think the Cowboys start looking towards next year. They do have 2 first-round picks in this draft. Do you pick guys? Do you package them to move up? I know a lot of people have linked the Cowboys to Caleb Downs, the Ohio State safety, who's one of the best defensive players in college football. Yeah. And I feel like that would definitely help. He's very, very good, but do you do that? Do you package something to move up? Do you like who you get there at that spot? And then you have 2. You have 2 first-round picks, so they could get a safety and a defensive edge. They could get another D tackle and a linebacker. There's a lot to do. You probably won't see them drafting a linebacker unless they're able to get the guy from Ohio State. His name's escaping me right now, but he's very, very good. So Travis is just saying for the Cowboys to get the entire Texas Tech defense, which, that would actually be pretty cool. But yeah, I would love to see Jacob Rodriguez in a Cowboys jersey, but they have a lot of picks. They have a lot of stuff to look forward to, and they show that they can compete right now and, beat good teams. So take that momentum into next season, have a good off season, continue to develop the young guys, continue to, grow as a team. Schottenheimer another year as a head coach, and we'll see from there. So, but yeah, I didn't expect the Cowboys. It was fun to watch. It was a fun couple weeks. That was a special couple weeks to be a Cowboys fan. But yeah. Moving on here.
Yes, I thought they were going to win the NFC. I thought they had a chance.
Yeah, no, they are not doing that, brother. You're not going to do that. That looks like a hold. It looks like Jordan Mailata got away from literally bear hugging Khalil Mack. They don't call anything on the Eagles, though. But yeah, we're going to move on here. The Steelers versus the Ravens in a really important game, actually, for this division. Steelers win it 27-22. I didn't really – why are you rooting for the Eagles, Travis? This is like blasphemy. I don't even care if you put – as a Cowboys fan, it's illegal to put money on the Eagles. Like you're a fake Cowboys fan if you bet on the Eagles money line. The Eagles were probably favored. So why did you – so you have nothing – what'd you do? Why are you rooting for them? This is blasphemy. Anyways. Yeah, no, that's crazy. This is wild. So yeah, the Steelers win an important game. They're first in this division now. They're 7-6. Eagles are, Ravens are 6-7. 6-7. Lamar has been rough since he came back. I mean, legitimately rough. It's been very hard to watch, honestly.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, I thought, played a very solid game, 284 yards and a touchdown. He also had a touchdown on the ground as well. That's not how it works. No, we want the Eagles stadium to burn down and their bus not to make it. I'm just kidding. I don't wish any of that kind of stuff, but their stadium can burn down when nobody's in there. That's fine with me. But yeah, the Steelers looked good. They looked like the best team in that division. They did beat a Ravens team that was vying for the playoffs. And yeah, I mean, do you feel like that the Ravens season is kind of over? Or do you think they still have a chance?
I think it's over. I think Lamar Jackson looks like he's hurt. Looks banged up a little bit himself. I mean, on Thanksgiving night, this guy was making plays that you've never seen from Lamar Jackson at all. And I will say this though about that game. It was kind of shocking to see a touchdown overturn like that. That was kind of stupid on the ref's part. But I don't think that would have helped the Ravens overall. I think Lamar Jackson is I think he's done. I think the Ravens are done as a whole. And I just feel bad for the Ravens. You know, this was hands down the best team coming to the season. Derrick Henry has looked terrible this all season, man. He's fumbling the football beginning of the season. He has had to make some big time plays, and he hasn't played that good one time. So Lamar Jackson, the season's over. He's banged up. So that's how I see. Nick, we can't hear you, bro.
I'm muted. I don't know why I muted myself.
Like,
I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what the Steelers would even do, but the Cowboys or the Ravens have a similar issue to the Ravens. Or I'm sorry, the Ravens have a similar issue to the Cowboys, which is, you know, the defense is really weak. And honestly, Lamar hasn't been playing well. He's not been playing well at all. Yeah. He's one of the best regular season quarterbacks in the history of the league.
Yeah.
I mean, his numbers in the regular season are ridiculous, and he's not played well at all since he's gotten back. And he, you know, if he's not good, the team's not good. So I don't know. I'm not sure what the Steelers would even do in the playoffs, but yeah. So I think they rushed him back from injury to try to win the division. But you know, they could have gotten Joe Flacco. They could have, you know, there's a lot of things they could have done that would have. They could have helped them out. You know, they could have gotten Jameis Winston, you know, just to at least give Lamar time and then, you know, have somebody at quarterback that could even remotely play. But yeah, we're going to move on here. The Bengals and the Bills. This was kind of a sell job from the Bengals. It was a high-scoring affair, 34-39. Josh Allen had 3 touchdowns passing and a huge touchdown on the ground, 42-yard touchdown run on the ground. Joe Burrow looked great at the beginning of the game. Then he threw some costly interceptions that kind of cost them this game. They were up quite a bit at halftime. It was 21-11, which, is not the biggest lead ever, but they had a hefty lead going into the third quarter. They went scoreless in the third quarter, and then the Bills exploded for 21 points in the fourth quarter. I have a lot of respect for Joe Burrow even playing this year because, a lot of people said he should just sit out. Yeah. But I like him playing. I thought he's played well since he's returned. But, yeah, I mean – Can Josh Allen take this momentum, of actually being able to make the playoffs and win it all? Because the Chiefs probably are making the playoffs. So with Mahomes being out and Mahomes really being the only guy that's been able to stop Josh Allen in the playoffs, outside of one time Joe Burrow did as well, do you think that this is the Bills' chance to really make some waves in the playoffs?
This is probably their best chance of winning the Super Bowl. Is this year. Like you mentioned, Patrick Mahomes is that he might be done. Lamar Jackson's first year not going to be in the playoffs probably. Joe Burrow's not going to be in the playoffs at all. The only person you have is probably the Rams. You need to look out for. That's about it. Okay.
Patriots.
The Patriots too, but I trust Josh Allen's experience more than Drake May's inexperience. That's just my opinion about that. This is his best chance to win. This is his best chance to win. If this is not his best chance to win, when is going to be his best chance to win? We do this crap every year. Oh, he first can be back to Mahomes. This is your best chance, Josh Allen. When Tom Brady got hurt in 2009, Peyton Manning had his best chance to win, and he won. When Drew Brees, it's my bad. That was Drew Brees that won that year. My bad, Drew Brees. Drew Brees, Peyton Manning duked it out, and I know Peyton Manning fell off, but look what happened. Drew Brees won Super Bowl. Matt Cassel was quarterback of the Patriots back then in 2009, 2010 season when Tom Brady blew his ACL. This is his best chance to win a Super Bowl. His kryptonite is longer in the playoffs probably. That might be over for the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
So Josh Allen is a reigning MVP. He is the best quarterback behind Mahomes in today's game. This is his best chance. He's literally the Peyton Manning of this era. He has to win a championship. This is his time now. He can't fumble no more. I'm tired of giving this guy a pass. This guy's been extraordinary every postseason success since he first played. I know last year he got robbed from a drop pass ball to Kincaid. This is his best chance now. This is his best chance.
Yeah, I mean, it's Jalen Hurts just threw another interception. Wow. That's his third one of the night. Jeez, that was a wobbler. Sorry, but yeah, no, so I'm kind of in the same boat. I know that this Bills team isn't the best one we've seen in the last few years. But the AFC, if you look at the AFC, like outside of the Patriots, I don't like the Steelers are probably going to be there. If I'm Josh Allen, I'm thinking, okay, because they do the on the 14th, the Bills play the Patriots. Like that's a very, very important game. A big game because it's just a big game. But Mahomes will probably most likely not be in the playoffs, barring a miracle. The Texans are scary because that defense is ridiculous.
Yep.
They have the best pass rush. I don't know if you watched the game last night, but
didn't watch it. Yeah.
Rashee Rice catches a crossing route, and Petty, one of the guys, I think he's one of the DBs on the Texans, hits that man so hard. It reminded me of 90s, 80s football. He hit him so hard. I have not seen a hit that hard in the NFL. I love that there was no flag because it was a clean hit. It was about as clean as you can get. And I mean, props to Rashee Rice for getting up after that because that was deadly. But that was a nasty hit. Nasty hit. I thought Rashee Rice was going to be out for the rest of the game. He actually was able to get up and play, but the thing about the Texans, you look at is, like what's kind of happened to CJ Stroud over the last couple of years, or like this year. He's been playing. I feel like the game I watched yesterday, when I watched him beat the Chiefs, I thought he played okay. He has arguably, I think, the only defense you can argue better than the Texans right now is the Broncos. I don't know if the Broncos defense is better than the Texans, because I don't think the Broncos have the pass rush the Texans do. Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson Jr. And then that second, and then Sheldon Rankins, my homeboy Sheldon Rankins, in the middle of that line. These guys are good. So I would be worried about the Texans if I was the Bills, just because that defense is so good. And if CJ Stroud can just play complimentary football, you know what I mean? Just complimentary football. If Stroud not turn the ball over, at least get into field goal range and kind of let the defense do its thing, So, but yeah, no, I don't mean to talk about this game, because we are going to talk about that game. But for me, the Bills have to make a run this year, because the AFC is so open, right? At least get to the Super Bowl. So I definitely agree with you on that for sure. So let's move on to the battle of the QBs, the rookie QBs. The Titans face the Browns in a battle between the first overall pick, Cam Ward, and someone a lot of people think should have been at least a top 15 pick in Shedeur Sanders. The Titans did win this game on the back of a Tony Pollard legacy game. I haven't seen that dude move like that since before his ankle injury. He goes for 25 carries, 161 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Cam Ward plays a kind of mediocre game, 117 yards, 2 touchdowns, and interception. Shedeur Sanders has a weird okay. He put up big numbers, but it was really weird, because he throws for 364 yards, 3 touchdowns, which is very good. He had an interception, which isn't the end of the world. He also had a touchdown on the ground as well. So he had 4 total touchdowns, but he had a very low completion percentage. So did Cam Ward. They both kind of were throwing the ball over the place and not really doing, not very accurate. But a lot of Shedeur's big plays came from screens, which I don't think it's a big deal. But I honestly I think Shedeur's going to be a good quarterback, at least a solid starter, I think. But this is the Titans. This Titans defense is not good.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be the most excited person ever over this, but he has played well. Dude, he's so good. Quinshawn Judkins, the running back for the Browns, is fantastic. He had the huge touchdown, 58-yard touchdown off of a screen pass that looked like it was going to be nothing. Jerry Jeudy also had a big touchdown as well at a 60-yarder. So, again, I think Shedeur's good. I'm not going to say he's the best young quarterback I've ever seen, because he played well against the Titans. But he's definitely been better than Dylan Gabriel. I would like to see him. He only took 2 sacks, but I would like to see him get the ball out a little quicker. But yeah, I think he's definitely been proving a lot of people wrong on does he belong in the NFL? I think he's an NFL level quarterback. I don't know if he's a starter. I don't know if he's a star or a superstar. I don't know, but he's definitely an NFL quarterback. So, what do you think?
So I actually do think he's an NFL starting quarterback. I watched him the past couple of weeks. I know you play against some bad teams like the Titans and the Raiders and whatnot. But here's the deal, okay? This kind of falls on Kevin Stefanski too, and also a little bit of NFL scouts out there, NFL GMs and owners. Is going to the draft. Mel Kiper Jr. had him the 5th overall quarterback pick in the draft. And he was basically the last pick in the draft of this past year. I think he's played a lot better than Dylan Gabriel. I think, in my opinion, he's better than Dylan Gabriel. I think he's a heck of a quarterback. I know that Sanders' name is right there on his back. A lot of expectation, but he's not Archie Manning where he just has a name out there that's so good. He's just throwing a quarterback. I think Jordan Sanders is proving people wrong. I think he should stay QB for the Browns for a long time. Maybe he's the future for the Browns. He was put out there out of the blue and said, "Here we go, Shador, take the keys," and and that was messed up on their part, on the Browns' part. So this team is a better QB than Dylan Gabriel, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
I do agree with you. He needs to get the ball out just a little bit faster and not force him a little bit. Other than that, he's been played great. I'm not great. Played good for his job. So
yeah, no, so yeah, I think he's better than Dylan Gabriel, for sure. But we'll see. We'll see moving forward what the Browns are going to do. Yeah. So they have a solid basis of a offense, quarterback, running back. Jerry Judy's okay. I like their tight end Harold Fannin, the rookie. I think he's very good. He had a fantastic game. He could develop a great chemistry with Shador because quarterbacks love big targets and they love a security blanket that being a tight end offers. So there could be some serious chemistry growth there. But yeah, I mean, I thought Shador has been playing very well and, continue this improvement and growth, and we'll definitely see it. Yeah, Myles Garrett's a freak of nature. Yeah, so if this team was any better, I think he'd be in the race for
Rookie of the Year.
MVP, I think, for Myles Garrett. If this team was any better, yeah, for Myles Garrett. Because he might break the sack record. Not sure. He might break it, though. But, yeah, he's very, very good. So moving over to another big, important game in the NFC, the Packers face the Bears in a important division game, important NFC game. The Packers did end up winning this game 28-21. Jordan Love threw for 234 yards and 3 touchdowns, looked pretty solid. Had the interception, but outside of that, looked very good. Caleb Williams only 186 yards, 2 touchdowns and interception, not nearly as good. The Packers did well holding up their end on the run. That Ben Johnson run scheme wasn't as deadly as it has been. They also it also helps when you start off the game 14-3 because the Bears then can't really run like they want to, and they're forced into a passing script. But yeah, they looked good. The Packers looked good. The defense looked very solid. So who do you trust more going forward, the Packers or the Bears?
I trust the Green Bay Packers, and here's why. I think Jordan Love has played good this season. He hasn't forced things like he did last year. This guy has 22 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and 3,000 yards in passing. His overall grade is at 89.4, which is second in the NFL behind I don't know who. We'll find out later. Second in passing overall too. So I trust the Packers. Top of that, you have Micah Parsons too. You also have a good running back of Josh Jacobs. You also have a good defense too. I mean, I know this defense has looked shaky all season a little bit, especially against the Cowboys and whatnot. But when it matters most, I give it to Jordan Love in the Packers. I respect Caleb Williams and the young Bears team. I think they're a great upcoming team, but for me, it's the Packers and Jordan Love.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at which teams to trust, I like to do the classic: which quarterback do I trust more? Which head coach do I trust more? I think Jordan Love's better than Caleb Williams. I think Ben Johnson is a fantastic head coach, what he's been able to do with this roster. And I like Matt LaFleur. So I think head coach for me is a wash. I genuinely do think that highly of Ben Johnson. But Jordan Love's better than Caleb Williams. He's better. He's older. He's more experienced. He's had more time to develop. I like the Packers pass rush more. I think the Bears have a better secondary, but I like the Packers pass rush more. So, yeah, I would look at the Packers moving forward as a better team in the NFC. I still think the Rams are the cream of the crop in the NFC, but I do think the Packers are right there. But I do think this Bears team could be very dangerous in the playoffs, especially if they get a lead and they get to do that Ben Johnson run scheme. It gets dangerous. It gets really dangerous really quickly. So, moving on to Sunday Night Football. Man, I never thought I'd see it, but the Texans win 20-10 in what might have been, and I kid you not, the worst game I've ever seen Patrick Mahomes play. He went 4 for 33, 160 yards, and 3 interceptions. One of the interceptions was off of the weirdest thing I've ever seen by Travis Kelce. The ball flipped up around his head, and then the guy caught it. But one of them was a freak play by the Texans defense. The guy, I think it was Petty, the same guy that absolutely demolished Rashee Rice, if I'm not mistaken. Let me pull it up here just to double check. Who had the interception? Petrie, not Petty. I don't know why I'm saying Petty. Petrie. I think it was Petrie. I think it was Petrie's interception, or was Lassiter's. I don't remember. I think it was Petrie's, but whoever it was, he's defending the pass, and he tips it up like this. Tips it up, and then goes and catches the ball. This defense is ridiculously good. From the pass rush to the defense from the pass rush to the secondary to the linebackers, they're all really, really good. The D-line's really good. I think that this was the worst game I've ever seen Patrick Mahomes play. Kelce looked completely washed. He dropped a couple passes. Mahomes caught a pass. That was cool. They tipped it up at the line and he caught it. He went for negative 10 yards, but he still caught a pass. That was pretty cool. Rashee Rice was kind of a no-show. 4 catches for 34 yards, 8 targets. And he got obliterated. That was nuts. And not a no-show. He was just getting clamped. And there was a couple moments, like the Chiefs did have a big play to Marquise Brown, but it didn't really go anywhere. And yeah, you're absolutely right, Amish. What DeMeco Ryans was one of the best, if not the best, defensive coordinator in the league when he was a defensive coordinator in San Francisco, and he has turned this defense into a monster.
Yeah,
I mean, if you look at the Texans' record over the last couple weeks, or what they've done. So they hold Indianapolis to 16. Indianapolis does appear to be falling off a cliff. I know Daniel Jones tore his Achilles, and that trade for Sauce Gardner gets worse by the week. It ages like milk. That giving up two first-round picks for a cornerback. I didn't like it in the moment. I understood why they would think about doing it if they felt like this year was the Super Bowl. But the Colts are cooked. But that offense, when they played the Texans, was still good. They scored 16. They hold Josh Allen, the Bills, to 19. Surprisingly, the highest point total they've given up this year, was to Jacksonville and Trevor Lawrence. They gave up 29. They still won that game, but I feel like it was obviously the worst game I've ever seen Mahomes play. But I ask you the question, this current Chiefs team, how we remember it, Mahomes, Kelce, Andy Reid, is that era and that dynasty over?
Oh, man. I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it. And I kind of blame Nick Wright. I blame every Texas Tech fan except for Nick and Travis, probably. I kind of blame a little bit on people who give this guy too much pressure at a young age. The dynasty is over. It's over. Here's why. Patrick Mahomes, to me, is the most talented quarterback of all time. Better than Aaron Rodgers, talented-wise. Better than John Elway, talent-wise. Better than Steve Young and Drew Brees and Peyton Manning, talent-wise. Especially Tom Brady. Watching this past couple years, it started off for me back in 2022 when Super Bowl against the Niners. That was a little bit of a fall off of Mahomes overall because he had 10 interceptions that year and 28 touchdowns. That was he had 30 touchdowns, my bad, 30 touchdowns. And then last year, the Eagles literally exposed the Chiefs. They exposed them. Mahomes couldn't rate a defense for his life last Super Bowl. And say he was running around the football, trying to extend the plays. That's great. But here's the deal. Okay? Amos, I don't care about last year, dude. You see my point, bro. This team is over. This guy's 28 years old, 30 years old now. He's going to miss the playoffs. That's what happens right now, dude. He's in his prime. He's in his freaking prime.
That's a good point.
He's 30 years old. Gosh, bro. He's 30 years old. He's going to miss the playoffs. His dynasty's over, Amish. Kelsey's washed up. He can't catch a football for his life no more. Because cares about Taylor Swift and the Swiftie tour, which is insanity for me. The dynasty's over. It's over, Amish. It's over, bro. I hate to say it too. I love Mahomes, but it's over. It's over. Dynasty's over. I hate to say it, but it's true. Here's the deal about this team overall. The defense is not that good at all. Chris Jones has been a no-show all year. Andy Reid is old and probably he should retire after this year too. Probably. He should retire. Great, get off the Wendy's commercial, step from commercials, and please about your team. Dude, this team is over, bro. I'm not messing with me. That guy's Iguodala over Steph Curry, by the way. But he calls himself Muhammad Ali, apparently. But here's the deal. Bro. No, he's not. And boxing knowledge, sure, he's a great boxing knowledge. Great boxing knowledge. I love him. Amish, here's the deal, bro. The dudes. Okay, I want you to see his Chiefs this past couple of years. Okay, I want you to see Mahomes' numbers too, because I want you to see something right now. I hate to do this to Mahomes, but I gotta do it. Okay, dude. This year overall, they're 6th overall, 11th in offense. You're telling me that Patrick Mahomes' team is 11th in offense? Are you kidding me? They're 7th in defense, and that's awful. That's freaking awful, man. Look at Patrick Mahomes' numbers for his past couple of years. I hate to. Oh man, I gotta do it. Look at him this year, Amish. Okay, look at him this year. This year has 22 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. Really, 30,000 yards in passing. That's great. Last season, he had 26 and 11 touchdowns. That's great. That's decent. Look at the year part of that. The year part of that, he had 27 and 14 interceptions. This dynasty is over, Amish. I hate to say it too. I love Mahomes. He's my favorite player in the game today. Best QB in the game today. Since Tom Brady retired, he's been the best quarterback in the NFL. But this season's over for this team. This guy's 30 years old. He's 30 years old. I don't care about his playoff stats. He's 30 years old, and he's about to miss the playoffs, Amish. He's been watching at home like what the rest of us are. He might as well get his Coke out, his beer out, and watch football like everybody else does. Go to a bar and go to Buffalo Wild Wings and watch the games. That's what he's going to do this season, man. If this was Tom Brady at 40 years old, 39 years old, had to say, you know what? Hey, if he didn't make the playoffs, if he didn't win a ring against the Seahawks, it would have been over for Tom Brady. We all know that. It would have been over for Brady. It would have been over. Season's over for the Chiefs. Dynasty's over. They need to rebuild. They need to get a new tight end, a new offensive line, a new defensive line, apparently. Please help motivate Chris Jones. Because that guy's been a no-show all season long. and then Reed is retired. Go back to go to Wendy's and go to State Farm. Work for the guy on the commercials, okay? You're a first ballot Hall of Famer. I love you, but dude, he's done. He's washed up. Kelsey cares about Taylor Swift and the Swiftie tour. Go promote her music. Go get married. Go have a cute kids and get a good family one day. Go be on any media outlet. People love you. Have you on their TV sets. But this season's over. It's over for them, man. It's over for the Chiefs. That's all I gotta say. Go ahead, Nick.
Okay, so the reason why I framed the question the way that I framed it is because I do think that
he's about to miss the playoffs, dude. He's about to miss the playoffs. He's about to miss it.
Okay, so here's the thing. The reason why I framed the question the way that I did, and it's this current iteration of the Chiefs. I think I agree with a lot of what you said, and here's what I agree with. This current iteration, the Chiefs, we all know, and some love, some hate. This version of the Chiefs is over. And I mean that Mahomes, Chris Jones, Travis Kelce, Andy Reid, do I think that they're going to make a drastic overhaul, get a new head coach and all this stuff? No. But I think that this team does have to make some serious changes if they want to contend again. And the reason why I'm saying that is because when they got Rashee Rice back, everyone was like, oh boy, here we go. Yeah. I said it, and they looked incredible for a couple weeks. And I was like, oh man, Mahomes is the MVP for a little bit. But there's some serious things wrong. And here's the thing. When the Chiefs, the Tyreek Hill era, what did they do amazing? Their offense was unbelievable. Yeah. They could score 35 a night. It didn't matter who they were playing against. They could go and they could just dominate, right? They showed an incredible will to come back. They did it against the Texans. They did it in the Super Bowl against the Niners. They did it against the Bills, the 13 seconds, all that stuff. And then they lost Tyreek Hill. But what became of that was this brand new style of play. Mahomes being very careful with the ball. Mahomes dinking and dunking, not long balls, not very long at all, not throwing deep, not doing anything crazy, but effective, smart offense with an incredible defense. The defense from 2 years ago when they won the Super Bowl, when they beat the Niners, that defense was unbelievable. Chris Jones, Trent McDuffie, they all looked incredible. And now they're in this weird spot. The defense isn't what it has been in the past. And for some reason, this offense is not meshing. It's not clicking. And I'm going to tell you that Matt Nagy doesn't deserve to be in the NFL. He's a terrorist. Yep. He's a member of Al Qaeda. He's a member of ISIS. He deserves to be investigated by Kash Patel and the FBI. He seriously does not belong on a football field. Do I think that that's the Chiefs' only problems? No. I think they have more problems than just Matt Nagy. But what they need to do is, first off, Kareem Hunt and Isaiah, okay, he actually deserves to be in jail because, literally, the Saban clip is exactly what I was thinking. He's part of the Taliban, man. He's a member of the Taliban. That's exactly what I was thinking. Kareem Hunt actually deserves to be in prison. But Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt, that is not a running back duo that's going to get you anywhere. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's not. That running back duo stinks. Yeah. Isaiah Pacheco, he's not looked the same since his injury. Kareem Hunt's like 94 years old and beats women, so he doesn't belong in the NFL anyways, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. What they need to do is they need to retool the offense to be more Mahomes friendly. Okay, I know Mahomes has been Superman his whole career. I get it. But at some point, he needs help, right? He needs help. And does he have help? He has a good wide receiving core. I like Rashee Rice, not as a person because he's also a literal criminal. But, I like him as a football player. He did get popped last night. I think Xavier Worthy could continue to grow and become a better football player. Travis Kelce sucks. Travis Kelce just sucks now. I'm sorry. He'll have a couple games where he looks like he's decent, but he's really old. He's probably going to retire. That O-line, they did lose their starting left tackle, Simmons, in the Cowboys game. or maybe before the Cowboys game. I'm not sure, but they need to retool the offensive line, get it back to up to snuff. I'm sorry, you just cannot expect Mahomes to be able to win you every single game, right? Yo, what's up, Phil? What's up, Phil George 6946? Shout out to YouTube homepage. Yeah, we're pretty chill except for when Trey starts losing his mind over the Chiefs dynasty being over, or yelling at Amish. You were yelling at Amish, bro. That was disrespectful. I'm sorry, Amish. If he scared you, I apologize.
Amish, bro. It's all love, bro. But dude, oh my gosh, bro. I mean, like, look what Nick said is what I'm saying too. Then Travis.
Okay, whoa! I'm not done. Let me finish. I'm not. See, he's getting angry. Right. So the Chiefs, this version of the Chiefs is over. I think Andy Reid should take over the play calling, or they should get Eric Bieniemy back, because that's when their offense looked the best. Is when him and Andy Reid were calling plays. But this version. So here's the thing, and I pulled this up. I wanted to see the Patriots. I wanted to see when the Patriots started their dynasty. Okay, and I'm not going to do the years they won the Super Bowl. I'm going to be since when Brady really took over as a top tier quarterback. I believe was in 2003. Okay.
Yeah.
So they went 14-2, and I'm just going to go year by year. 14-2, 14-2, 10-6, 12-4, 16-0. That's crazy. He lost to Eli freaking Manning. 11-5, 10-6, 14-2, 13-3, 12-4, 12-4, 12-4, 12-4, 14-2, 13-3, 11-5, 12-4, and then he left. Okay. Their worst record with Brady as the quarterback, it was 10-6. Okay. So their down years was still playoff berths, either losing in the divisional or losing in the wild card. That was a down year for the Patriots. Okay.
Yeah.
Tom Brady has never taken a snap of a football under center while being mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. Yep. It's never happened in his career. Okay. So is this a detriment on Mahomes' GOAT case? It unfortunately is. Okay. Yeah. But in terms of the dynasty, I think when you have a dynasty, I don't think down years should be missing the playoffs. So I think that they should have a pretty big reset. Okay. Does that mean that one down year means that Mahomes isn't going to be amazing next year? No, that's not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying is this version of the dynasty, they can't expect to do nothing and be fine. That's what I'm saying. If they go into next year, we just had a bad year. It's all good. We'll be okay. Xavier Worthy will put on 5 more pounds. Travis Kelce will lock in a little bit more, and we'll be okay. We'll be all right. They can't expect to do that. Brett Veach has to make some serious changes. They got to shore up the O-line. They got to fix whatever this running back core is. I have no idea, right? I don't know what the deal is with that running back core. Get somebody. They could have had Breece Hall, but they didn't want to give up a 3rd-round pick, which I think is not good. You got to do stuff, right? You can't expect to run it back, which is kind of what they did from last year. They didn't really make very many changes outside of left tackle. They made a couple offensive line changes. That was really it. But they, for the most part, ran it back. And, they gave Karlaftis money. They gave a lot of people money. And now they are probably going to miss the playoffs. So you have to retool. Chris Jones isn't going to last very much longer. Travis Kelce's probably on his way out. Who I don't think Andy Reid will retire, but I think he will retire sooner than later. I really do, because he's accomplished. He's one of the best coaches ever. He's accomplished everything he's wanted to. He's an older guy. He probably wants to be with his grandkids. I get it, but you obviously have. I still think Mahomes is the best. Obviously, if you look at everything, Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL still. Yep. Nobody has his resume that's playing. Nobody has his accolades that's playing. Nobody has, I get it. He is the most decorated quarterback in the NFL right now. He's done the most. He has the most experience. He has the most trust from all of us. I don't think there's a quarterback better than him. There's quarterbacks playing better than him, obviously, but I think he's the best quarterback in the NFL. So you have the best quarterback in the NFL. You have one of the best coaches ever. What's wrong then? What's wrong is you can't. When Mahomes was being Superman, who was he throwing to? Tyreek Hill, prime Travis Kelce. When Mahomes was being Superman, when Mahomes wasn't being Superman, what was happening? That defense was holding people to 17 points a game. You know what I mean? There's all these things that are why Mahomes appeared to be like untouchable because he was either had these incredible weapons or had an incredible defense. Football's the ultimate team sport. And at the end of the day, if you have 53 guys who aren't as good as the other 53 guys, you're probably going to lose. It's the ultimate team sport. You're not even on the field the whole time, right? So I think they have to definitely retool. This version of the dynasty is over. I'm saying this version because they could be right back in the Super Bowl next year if they retool properly. But they have to. They have to take it very seriously, and I think they will take this missing the playoffs very seriously. I think Mahomes will be absolutely livid over this, right? So is one missing the playoffs the end of everything for the Chiefs? No, but they should take a serious look in the mirror and seriously figure out what's wrong, figure out how to improve, how to be better, what can they do to help Mahomes? He's obviously still incredible, but he can't do everything. Brady never did everything by himself either. Brady always had Gronk, who was amazing until he retired. Brady always had a good offensive line for the most part, and if he didn't, he was getting the ball very quickly to a set of very good receivers. He had a lot of good receivers. He had a lot of all pros, and Bill Belichick always had a good defense, right? The years that the offense wasn't as good, the defense stepped up. Like that 2019 Chiefs defense with Stephon Gilmore, that was a ridiculously good defense. So that being said, I think that
okay. And it's just a deal, bro. I love Mahomes. I'm not bashing Mahomes. I'm not bashing him. He's a great player. The dude leads his team in rushing, bro. Literally, he does.
That's bad. They got to figure out the running game. They got to figure it out.
He's gonna get hurt, and then what happens? He's like Wembanyama have a short career probably.
They got to figure that out.
I'm sorry, dude. Here's a deal.
Dude, hey, Phil George, Mahomes saved my fantasy this year because my opponent had him. Okay, you know what I'm saying. I should be on the coaching staff. You're right. Thank you, Snooty Fox. I should be on the coaching staff. Put me on the coaching staff.
Here's the deal, Mish. I think here's the deal, okay, with everybody out there. I think Travis Kelce needs to retire. I think Andy Reid needs to retire probably. I think they start worrying about State Farm and Wendy's and worry about their games. What about your team? Do what the Patriots did. Rebuild. You know what happened after the 2003 season and 2007 season? They got rid of William McGinnis. They got rid of Teddy Bruschi because they were washed up and they were old. They got rid of Adam Vinatieri. They were old. That's what the Patriots needed. That's what the Chiefs need to do. Follow the Patriots way. I know you can't do it. Don't do it. I know you can't build the Patriots way, but try to kind of resemble that a little bit. So this guy's getting like, dude, Travis Kelce last night looked awful, man. It was like, dude, this guy is either drunk or
he like caught it and then like went on his back.
I don't know how that happened.
Algiers just took it. That was weird. That was really strange. I don't know.
I was like, this guy's drunk, bro. He was drunk. He
went from the sure hands Kelce. Never dropped the pass. I don't know, but you know what I mean. The thing is that it's pretty much the same team from the last couple of years. The only difference is now everyone's old except Mahomes.
Yep.
And Rashee Rice is, probably thinking about when he's going to serve his prison sentence rather than actually focusing on football because he's a criminal. But
Xavier Worthy's young.
Yeah, Xavier Worthy's young. He's not a great route runner. He's very fast, but there's not a lot of. And the offense is just not as creative. It's obvious Matt Nagy has some serious play calling issues that are detrimental to the team's success, literally. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. They definitely have to retool some stuff. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of Mahomes being great or whatever or anything like that. I don't know I don't know why Andy Reid doesn't call the plays. I genuinely don't know why. Like, does Matt Nagy must have like a video of Andy Reid saying the most blasphemous stuff ever and like has crazy dirt on this guy, because there is no way Matt Nagy still gets to call the plays. This guy is he's a part of the Taliban. I'm serious. Insert Nick Saban video here. I mean, he is a member of the Taliban for real. So yeah, I agree with some of what you said, but the Chiefs can be back in the Super Bowl next year.
I know.
They can. They have Mahomes. They just have to retool. They have to get better. They have to. And wow, we're gonna go to overtime here on Monday Night Football. Looks like wow. Yeah, insert Nick Saban. Yeah, literally. I don't know. He does have. I don't know. He has something. He has some serious dirt on this guy. But yeah, we're gonna move over to some college football. The that went a lot longer than I expected. Trey got a little heated. Amish kind of rage baited him pretty well. That was solid. But yeah, we're moving on to college football. The college football playoff bracket is out.
Yep. Hey, I got y'all, bro. You see, bro?
You see that right there? Yes, sir. You see that right there? Number 4, Texas Tech in the Orange Bowl. We got robbed. We should have been in the Cotton Bowl. I'm kidding. No, here's the deal. Let me just go over the bracket first. Okay, so in the first round, here's the first round. So we got James Madison, Oregon, winner plays Tech. Alabama, Oklahoma, winner plays Indiana. That's disgusting. That is a nasty part. It's because that is gross. Tulane, Ole Miss, winner plays Georgia. Texas, A&M, Miami, winner plays Ohio State. Okay, so I think let's go and make some picks. Let's make our picks. Okay.
Okay.
In the first round, I got Oregon beating James Madison.
Me too.
Okay. I have Alabama beating Oklahoma.
Yep.
I want Oklahoma to win just because I don't know. I feel like we've seen so much of Alabama, but I think Alabama is going to be Oklahoma.
I think here's the deal. I want Bama to win, but I think Ty Simpsons look shaky, especially against Georgia on Saturday night.
Dude, okay,
that was bad.
That Georgia defense looked like an NFL defense. Obviously, they're not, but that was nasty. Okay.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Hold on, I got a quick question. They could win. Oklahoma has a really good defense. They got a really good defense. But I have a question for the committee. I know the committee's not here. I just have a question. So Alabama can get blown out in the championship game and have 3 total losses. They don't move at all. BYU loses to number 4 twice, and they don't even get a hint at a playoff nod. It makes no sense, but whatever. I think
here's about the playoff bracket. I think they should extend it to 16 teams probably.
Well, they probably end up with, okay. Here's the thing. I saw this thing. I saw someone. I think it was actually Nick Wright, my homeboy, who said this, and I like the way he put it, and it made sense. The college football playoff was never for the 10th, 11th, and 12th team. It was always so we didn't have to choose between the top 6 teams on who got in, right? Because there were so many times that when there was no playoff, it was like, okay, well, who are the 2 best teams? And we're going to have to leave out 2 really good teams. There's been undefeated teams that got left out of the playoff, 136 team playoff. Let them all in. Let all of them in. That'd be hilarious. But like the college football playoff, this expanding it to 12 teams was always for the top 8 teams, right? The top 8 teams or top 7 teams. So we didn't have to pick between them. So for this year, Indiana, Ohio State, Texas Tech, Georgia, then Oregon, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Oklahoma. It was for them. So they could all get in. They've all been the best teams all year. And then if you get 9, 10, 11, 12, hey, good for you. But the whole point of the college football playoff isn't to let 9-3 Texas in. It's not to let this team in or to let that team in. It's so we don't have to pick between Texas Tech, Indiana, Georgia, Ohio State for the singular championship game. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I like the way that because if you think about it, if it was old school, just the 2 best teams in right now, Indiana would obviously be in. And then it's like, who do you put in? Indiana just beat Ohio State. So do you put them in? Probably not. Georgia has 1 loss, but it was to the team they've already beaten. Texas Tech has been incredible all year. They have 1 loss, and they dominated BYU twice, and they won the Big 12. And, it's like, who do you put in? Obviously, the committee would have put Georgia in because of the SEC bias, but Now that's not a thing. You don't have to worry about that anymore because of this playoff. So I don't even think it needs to be expanded to 16 teams at all, because the whole point of this isn't to let the 13th best team in the playoff. That's not the point. You know what I mean? The point of the playoff is so the top 7 teams can all be in, so we can watch a Texas Tech Oregon matchup, so we can watch an Indiana Oklahoma matchup, so we can watch an Ohio State Texas A&M matchup. That's the whole point, right? So like I don't think that it's for 10, 11, 12 until we see a 10, 11, 12 team in there in the win it all. I don't think that we should expand it. If Tulane goes on a run, beats Ohio State, beats Georgia, beats Ole Miss, beats Georgia, plays Ohio State tough in the semifinals. Okay, sure. Yeah, okay, we'll talk about it. But this isn't March Madness. There's not really Cinderella runs, right? We saw Boise State get in and then get popped because it's just football is different. So I just thought I'd say that. But yeah, back to this. So I don't even think I wouldn't extend it to 16 because it's not for 6 teams, 14 through 16, right? It's not for them. The college football playoff is not for them. I hate to break it to them. They can go play in the Cheez-It Bowl. Hey, that's where Texas is playing the Cheez-It Bowl. Have fun, buds. So anyways, back to it. I have Alabama beating Oklahoma. I do think, Jamie's going to get punked by Oregon. If that's a close game, I'd be shocked.
Me too, man.
But okay, so yeah, I have Oklahoma, or I have Alabama beating Oklahoma. I have Ole Miss beating Tulane even without Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin's not the greatest coach of all time, and I think Tulane will not be able to beat them. And then Miami, Texas A&M is a really interesting game to me.
Yeah. I have A&M winning.
Yeah, I part of me wants to pick the upset here, but I just don't see how Miami's going to be able to beat Texas A&M. I really don't. So I'm going to pick A&M there. I know that's all favorites, but that's kind of how it goes. And then it'd be Oregon, Texas Tech. We're getting our lick back. Tyler Shuck ain't here to save you no more, Ducks. He's not here anymore.
Yeah.
Tyler Shuck is not here to save them anymore. I would have Texas Tech winning in the Orange Bowl, which I might be attending, by the way, because I will be in Florida on the first anyways. I might drive down to Miami. And that would, for me, have Alabama, Indiana, and for some Oklahoma, Indiana. I think Indiana wins either of those games.
Man, I hate to say it.
Indiana's the best team in college football.
I have to say it. It's Indiana, yeah.
Indiana's really good. They're the best team in college football. They're number 1. They beat Ohio State, who's been number 1 all year. They're good. They're really, really good. And then that have Ole Miss, Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. I would have Georgia winning that. No, this is where no Lane Kiffin's going to hurt, because now you're going against Kirby Smart. Now you're going against that coaching staff, that defense, who just held Alabama, mind you, to -3 rushing yards. And again, -3. Ryan Williams' fall off needs to be studied. He did the twirly move against Georgia. I think it was last year, and he's fallen off since then. And then I would have Ohio State over Texas Tech. So I guess make your picks out of those. So Texas Tech, Oregon, who you got?
I got Tech winning that game. I have Tech winning that game. I think they can win that game. Here's the deal. I think this is probably Tech's second biggest chance since 2009, bro, when Mike Leach was still coaching.
This team's
probably better.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This defense is just so good.
I think it's better.
It is so good.
Yeah.
I think this is the best Texas Tech team we've ever seen.
I agree.
Because I just this defense, guys. I watched almost every game this team has played. This defense is so good. BYU, before the Big 12 game, scored 44 the week before the Big 12 game. 44. And we held them to 7. And it was scored on the first drive of the game.
Yeah.
They have the best linebackers in the nation, obviously. Jacob Rodriguez won Best Defensive Player in the Country award today. So They have the best defensive player in the country. They have incredible corners. They have a great safety in Wazinski. They have a linebacking duo that's phenomenal. And they have 2 first-round picks on the D-line in Romello Height and David Bailey. David Bailey is one of the best pass rushers in the NFL. And they have Lee Hunter in the middle and A.J. Holmes, who's been fantastic since Skylar Gill-Howard went down. Like, they have a fantastic defense, and the offense is great. Cam Dickey and Jacoby Williams are awesome. The O-line's been great. Baron Morton's been really good. Reggie Virgil's been amazing. They have, so many good weapons all over the place. And the coaching's been great. Sheil Woods has done an amazing job on the defensive side of the ball. And Mr. Beast has done an incredible side on the Mac Leftwich is his actual name. He looks like Mr. Beast. Has done a great job on the offensive side. Joey McGuire's been the glue who's kept it all together and motivated these guys. So I do think that this is the best Texas Tech team we've ever seen. I have nothing but respect for what Mike Leach did. And, all those guys all those guys are part of that team, Graham Harrell and obviously, Michael Crabtree, but I don't think that the defense was half as good as this defense. Okay, probably half, but this defense has been so incredible. So I do have Texas Tech beating Oregon. I think it's going to be a close game. I think Dante Moore is no joke of a player. I think he's a great quarterback. And the Ducks are a storied franchise. They're very good. Yeah. But Texas Tech getting their lick back on Oregon from a couple years ago. And I have them winning that game. And so do you. So Alabama, Indiana, who you got?
I think Indiana's going to win this game. I think Caleb DeBoer's going to get fired from Alabama. He's going to get fired. Here's the deal. Alabama football is all about winning and winning and winning. That's all they care about.
You need to lay off this guy, bro.
I can't do it, dude.
You just think that because he's not Nick Saban that he sucks.
Here's the deal, bro.
Can you chill on this guy's name?
I can't. Guy Simpson looks terrible too, man.
Okay, listen. Awful. They are the 9 seed, whether they deserve it or not. They played an SEC championship game, and they are in the playoff. Okay. Did Nick Saban win every SEC championship game he ever played in? No. So chill on my guy, bro. Chill on him.
Saturday, man. You wouldn't have put the hat.
Okay, well, yeah, he's also the greatest college football coach ever. Okay. So chill on their name. That is a good point. Alabama hasn't played well in the last 3 weeks. I do think OU could win this game. I just, I might actually swap my pick to OU.
They might. I know. I think OU's gonna win. I think Bama's. I want Bama to win, but I think OU's gonna win, bro. I think defense is so good, bro.
That OU defense is really good.
It's so good, man.
I think 14 points might win this game. I'm serious, bro. I'm serious. 14 points might win this game. Either way, if Alabama or Oklahoma wins, depending on who you got, I think we all agree that Indiana wins the next game.
Yeah.
So it would be Ole Miss, Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. Who would you have in that?
Georgia's going to win. I think it's
going to Georgia's so good, bro.
It's going to bite Ole Miss in the butt without Lane Kiffin. And by the way, Lane Kiffin is not freaking God-saving coach, guys. He might be good at SEC.
He's a great coach, but he –
But people are comparing to Nick Saban, bro. Like, Paul Finebaum compares to Nick Saban. I'm like, Paul Finebaum, are you drunk?
Like, Lane Kiffin's good. He's a great coach. He did a fantastic job with this Ole Miss team. I think they'll beat Tulane and then have the opportunity to get whooped by Georgia. And here's one thing. I think Georgia should have been 2. I don't like Ohio State losing a championship game to get – I don't know. I feel like having the SEC champion, especially in that manner in which they beat Alabama, I feel like they should have been in the Cotton Bowl. I get it. I guess why they didn't, but Ohio State didn't have a great resume. I mean, honestly, I think Ohio State's incredible. I'm not saying they're not incredible. I think they have talent out the wazoo and a great team, but I just feel like Georgia proved more against ranked teams, and in the championship game, they should have been 2, Ohio State 3, Texas Tech 4. I think Tech had an argument to be 3, but I'm fine with them being 4. I'm not going to complain about a first round bye in the college football playoff. I am not greedy. Okay. I have this team. Texas Tech has not done anything for a decade plus. So I'm not complaining. Totally cool with it. This team got beat by Arkansas in the Liberty Bowl last year. Okay. So I'm not complaining about being in the Peach Bowl. I'm not. So I'm just going to leave that there. But I do think Georgia and Ohio State should have been flipped. But Texas A&M, Ohio State. I think that's going to be a great game.
Yeah, I think so too. I have Ohio State winning.
Yeah. I don't see a world where Texas A&M is able to beat Ohio State. They lost to Texas.
Yeah.
Texas is not in this playoff. And by the way, if you're a Texas fan, you guys did not have an argument. I'm sorry.
Hey, real quick.
I'm sorry. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
everybody that called this guy this best team in college football, Sarkisian, and Archie Manning. What happened, y'all? I don't hear y'all. Y'all are quiet. They're freaking crickets out there.
I think Texas pulled it around towards the end of the season, but you can't lose to 4-8 Florida and get into the college football playoff. You just can't. You can't. Do you really think A&M's beating Ohio State though?
Okay, this same guy. This is the same guy said that. I put words in my mouth. About Patrick Mahomes. This is the same guy that did that to me.
I don't know if A&M can beat. I think it'll be a close. I think A&M can play them close.
It'll be close. I think it'll be really close.
And I think A&M has the ability to beat them. I just don't think A&M can beat Ohio State. I just don't. I just don't. So that would that'd put Texas Tech in the Peach Bowl against Indiana.
Oh man, dude. I think it'll be a close game. I think it'll be a close.
Whoa.
Okay, I think it'll be a close game. But I think Indiana's gonna win.
Oh man. Yeah. So okay. I love Texas Tech. I'm an alumni, obviously. I think it could be a close game. I think Tech could play them close. I think it could be a fun game. I don't know if Texas Tech can beat Indiana. Okay. If they punk Oregon, I will have second thoughts about that because Oregon's a great Big Ten team. If they punk Oregon, I'll be like, okay, maybe there's a chance. But if it's a close game and they edge out Oregon, I'm not going to be super thrilled going into the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. I'm going to be quite nervous because that Indiana team feels like the team of destiny right now. You know, I get they're the number one overall seed and they're the favorites and stuff, but they just feel like the team. Yeah, I know they lost to Indiana by 3 scores, but that was very early on in the season. And like if Tech beats Oregon, it just dominates them like Indiana did. I'll be like, I could see a path for Texas, this Tech team being better than maybe I even thought or people even thought, and maybe they can compete. But if it's a close game against Oregon, I'm not going to be super thrilled about their chances versus Indiana. Unless Tech's defense is actually just the best defense in the country, we'll see. We really will see. This is where I like the 12-team playoff because we could see Big 10 versus Big 12. We get to see SEC versus Big 10. We get, so yeah, Fernando Mendoza only has LinkedIn. That was a really interesting interview that he had after the Big 10 championship. But I would say Indiana is going to win that. As much as it hurts my heart, I also have a brain. And I also believe that Indiana is really good. And if Tech makes it to the semifinals, that's incredible. That's incredible. It's an incredible year. Big 12 champs in a semifinal appearance. Orange Bowl winners. Huge, huge, huge. So that would put Georgia, Ohio State in the Fiesta Bowl.
It's a good game. I think I'll have Ohio State winning, but I think it'll be close. I ain't gonna say it did well. I think Georgia's defense is really good. Kirby Smart at defense. One thing here's the deal about Kirby Smart. And I count that guy out. It'll be a close game. If I'm Ohio State, I'll be scared of him too. So I think Ohio State won't win, but maybe it'll be a close game though.
Yeah. So this is where we part ways. I think Georgia wins that game.
Oh wow! I can see it happening.
I feel like Georgia's defense and run game would be enough to keep Ohio State at bay, not let them do what they like to do, which is throw the ball up to Jeremiah Smith. I think Kirby Smart would show up with a super big time play, big time game plan. And I feel like Kirby Smart would outcoach Ryan Day. And I feel like that Georgia defense is good enough to give that offense a chance. And yeah, I would pick Georgia in that. So for me in the championship, it'd be Indiana, Georgia. For you, it'd be Indiana, Ohio State, a rematch. Who would you have in a rematch, Indiana, Ohio State?
I think Ohio State will get the redemption back.
Wow.
Here's the deal. On Saturday was not a pretty game for both. So it was a defensive battle all night.
Yeah, Indiana defense is so good, dude.
Yeah, it was defensive battle all night, bro.
Oh man,
you know Jeremiah Smith pretty good on Saturday night.
Yeah, it's definitely not bad. It's definitely not bad. So for me, it would be Georgia, Ohio State in the championship. Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. I'm sorry, it'd be Georgia, Indiana for me. And I think it's either way, no matter who wins, no matter who loses, it's going to be a close game. But I feel like it's Indiana's year. I do. I feel like they're kind of the team of destiny.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's going to be a close game, but I do think Indiana will edge Georgia out and bring the championship back to the Big Ten. So, yeah, that's our college football brackets. I have Indiana winning. Trey has Ohio State running it back. Our top four is similar. I have Georgia beating Ohio State. He has Ohio State beating Georgia. But either way, still going to be a fantastic. I'm super excited for this playoff, obviously, because my team's in the playoff. I'm obviously super pumped for that. But, yeah, Texas Tech, baby, in the Orange Bowl. Love it. Love it. Super excited for that.
Are you going to go to the game?
So I'm going to be in Orlando for some family vacation at the beginning of the year. And, oh, my goodness. Jalen Hurts just threw another interception. The game's over. Wow.
I know it was overtime too. I saw it.
Wow. No, we're not talking Notre Dame because they're not even in a bowl game. So why do we need to talk about them? They babied out.
No.
They wussed out. I'm sorry. Join a conference. Your basketball team's in the ACC. You could, I kid you not, if Notre Dame was just in the ACC, they would have won it and been in the playoff. They'd have been in the playoff. But they want to be mysterious and have aura, the conferenceless team, and now they're sitting at home, literally not even giving their seniors a chance to play one more game because they don't want the smoke from BYU. So they chickened out. So no, I don't want to talk about chickens. Sorry.
No, that's I agree with that. People saying they got robbed, but I thought, dude, look at their schedule. It looks so easy, man. Join it, SEC, ACC, Big 12. Join it, actually.
Dude, you join their basketball teams in the ACC. Just join the ACC.
Yeah,
you would have punked Duke in the ACC championship game and been in the playoff because you'd have been a 10-2 conference P4 conference champion.
Yep.
Hello. I'm sorry, they're so lame. Exactly, Phil, George. Notre Dame. They're lame. Join a conference, bro. Join a conference. Okay. I'm sick. They get to cherry pick their schedule and they get pissed off when they're not in the playoffs because they this or that. Okay. And if it wasn't Alabama, it wasn't going to be you. BYU had a better case. They were in a conference championship game. It was actually playing a conference.
Yep.
Losers.
And quit crying at Dan Patrick too. The coach was on Dan Patrick's show today and crying to Dan Patrick. Like, bro.
Lame. So lame. Jalen Hurts threw 4 interceptions tonight, by the way. 4.
Yeah, he's overrated. I said it many times. He's overrated. Darren Orlovsky, Ryan Clark, get your crap off. I don't know what he's paying y'all. He's paying y'all something. I'll tell you that much. He's overrated.
4. That's nuts. 4?
You know what's crazy? Patrick Mahomes getting criticized right now.
He lost a fumble too?
Crazy.
5 turnovers?
And Herbert has a broken hand. He outplayed him.
5 turnovers?
Jeez, man.
Look, Notre Dame I just bit my lip so hard that I'm bleeding from Notre Dame. That was W rage bait from Mish. All he said was, "Are we talking Notre Dame?" And that, I mean, wow, that was impressive. And he didn't even mean to rage bait me. It's just how it happened. That being said, we're going to move on, guys. We have a little bit of NBA to talk before we move on to some fun stuff here. What happens when Saquon doesn't have an MVP season? Exactly. This actually sucks because if the Cowboys had won that game, they would be right there. Right. That's an impressive defensive play that the Chargers made to secure that interception, by the way. Cowboys would have been right there if they'd beaten the Lions, but can't win them all. Okay, so moving to the NBA. All right. And I'm going to say this really quickly, okay? Because I don't want to get too worked up. Because you guys know I get worked up over basketball. Basketball is my favorite sport. I love talking football. I love watching football, but I get worked up talking basketball. Okay, so I'm gonna go quick. And Trey, just keep your mouth shut so you don't rage bait me and get me into something I don't want to do. Okay. All I heard from the media at large and everyone on Twitter after LeBron's 10 points in a game streak was broken in Toronto. Okay. He had the ball driving down the lane, made a pass to Rui Hachimura. Rui hit a great three, won the game. LeBron ended with 8. Okay. All I heard for a week, man, this guy is washed. He sucks. He's lost his step finally. Father time has caught up. He's not skilled. He's this, he's that. He's not the GOAT, even though see, Mike's doing the thing. He's not this, he's not that. Jordan would never, even though he scored 2 points in a Wizards uniform that no one wants to talk about. He does just have the 10-point streak in the U.S. That is true. Canada's not even a real country, so it doesn't even count. Okay, their prime minister is dating Katy Perry. That's not a real person. That's not a real country. They're known for fries with curdled cheese. Okay, they are not a real country at all. Okay, beautiful country, but it's not real. It's the 51st state. Exactly. Me and Amish are on the same. Did you see that? As soon as I said it, Amish typed it. They're the 51st state. Okay, they're the 51st state. So it's not a real country, but it's not affiliated with the United States right now. So the 10-point streak is still alive. Okay, but here's all I heard. All I heard was LeBron this, LeBron that. Jordan would never. Kobe would never. Curry would never. Okay, I don't know why I heard that because Curry does the single-digit thing all the time. I got to hear it. LeBron probably heard it. LeBron's 40. He's on social media more than he used to be because he's accomplished everything that a basketball player ever could. And so he probably saw it. I got to hear this and that. Even though LeBron made the correct play, I heard, he was scared. There's 2 specific hate accounts, okay, on Twitter. One is Truth0824, Kobe Superstan, who talks more about LeBron than they do about Kobe. And then Jumpman Goat 23. Those 2 accounts I think are ran by Skip Bayless. I'm so for real. They talk more about LeBron than the namesake of the account. Okay. And I got to hear LeBron's not clutch. He was scared of that shot, so he passed it, even though he zipped the pass over to a wide open guy who hit a 3. Okay. That leads us to last night. The Sixers, who've been playing good basketball as of late, get all their guys back. PG-13 was back. I don't know how he's still in the league. Joel Embiid has been playing. Tyrese Maxey was back, or Tyrese Maxey's been playing. Edgecombe was back. VJ. They had VJ. All their guys are there. So this is a decent Sixers team who's very good on defense. Okay. I don't know. LeBron took a day off. Okay. He did not go to Boston and play against the Celtics. He took a day off. And whatever he did during that day off, I don't know if he reached enlightenment. I don't know if he took a trip to Germany. I don't know what he did, but whatever he did worked because that man put on a masterclass last night. Okay. 11 straight points in the fourth quarter. The Sixers were going bucket for bucket. And guys, you got to listen to me. In a game with Luka Doncic, Joel Embiid, and Tyrese Maxey, who's been playing great this year, all on the floor. The best player when it mattered most was a 41-year. Okay, he's not 41 yet. He turns 41 freaking this month. A pretty much 41-year-old man was the best player on the floor. He had 3 straight threes and a step back on the left wing to end the game. Okay, and you know what I heard from the Truth 0824 and Jumpman Goat 23? Nothing. I heard nothing from him. Because they only talk when LeBron sucks, and they don't say anything when he's the best player on the floor with Luka freaking Doncic next to him. Luka was giving LeBron the ball in the fourth quarter in crunch time. He's 41. Are you guys not hearing what I'm saying right now? So yeah, LeBron's fine. Okay, LeBron's totally fine. 70% shooting, 29, 7, and 6. And 11 straight in the fourth quarter. He crowned himself, and then he hit the silencer. I haven't seen the silencer in so long. He hit the silencer. That jump. And guys, I know this is crazy glaze, but you just have to hear me. You do not understand what you saw. You saw a 41-year-old take over an NBA game with Luka Doncic, Joel Embiid on the floor. You just don't understand what you saw. You don't understand. You just don't get it. You do not get it. Okay? Was it a meaningless regular season game? I don't think any game in the Western Conference is meaningless because there's like 8 good teams, and the Thunder might never lose a game again, ever. So every game is incredibly important, especially in that. By the way, one more thing. I'm getting worked up. LeBron beat Allen Iverson in the same jerseys that he beat Tyrese Maxey in last night. He's been doing it so long that dude, what you saw last night was just a masterclass, okay? And I want to hear crap from nobody, okay? I don't hear nothing. Now he doesn't even have the 10-point streak on it. They seriously might not lose another game. Amisha, I'm so for real. You guys might go 81-1. You just beat the Jazz, who aren't very good, but you beat the Jazz, no SGA, by 30. You might never lose another game. So yeah, every regular season game's important because the second seed, you want to be on the opposite side of the bracket from OKC because your best chance in the West is you're on the other side of the bracket from OKC, and they go through a rough 7-game series against a scrappy young team that plays good defense, and you might catch them a little tired when you meet in the conference finals. That's what you want to do. I'm so for real. That team is freaking crazy. Okay? So, yeah. In a game where, AR is amazing, he did not play good last night, 3 of 16. In a game where Luka's shot wasn't falling, he just had a kid, 9 of 24. Who did they call on? Whose number did they call on in the fourth quarter in crunch time? A 41-year-old's who took over the game and scored 11 straight. I rest my case.
Okay. Here's what I got to say about LeBron, Ramon.
This guy acts like he's Skip Bayless when he's talking about. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. You might get lucky and be on the other side of the Thunder, and the Thunder have to play the Nuggets, who are going to be tough because Joker's freaking ridiculous. I'm so for real. That's the path in the West. Be on the other side of the bracket of the Thunder and just pray and hope to God that the Rockets or the Denver give them a decent series. Seriously.
I think the Rockets actually could. The Rockets are really good, bro. KD too has hit 31,000 points, and he ain't slowing down.
Yeah, like that. That would be ideal. That would be the best possible outcome for anyone, not just the Lakers. If you're Denver, you want to be on the other side. If you're the Rockets, you pray and hope that the Lakers are the one that give the Thunder a tough time and force them to 6 or 7 games. You know what I mean? Like you want to be on that other side of the bracket. I'm so for real. The Thunder are so. You want to hope the Wolves get in there, and Anthony Edwards. He gets disrespect. He feels disrespected from last year and pushes them to a tough series. I don't think any of those teams are beating the Thunder in a playoff series. By the way, I'm just saying, you hope and pray that someone gives them a tough series. Somebody.
Yeah. I'll say about Ant-Man though. Ant-Man's averaging 35 points a game, which is pretty impressive at 23 23, 24 years old. You need to get rid of Randall and get more depth. Get rid of Gobert too while you're at it. Anyways, here's what I gotta say about LeBron James. You know, I watched this guy since I was a kid. I was a fan of him. I have every jersey in my closet of LeBron, from the Cavs to Miami as a Laker. I even had a Lakers hoodie of LeBron James. I work out in his shoes, by the way, that ones he made in 2021. I work out in his shoes. I go to the gym with his shoes on. I don't wear Jordans when I work out because Jordans are too valuable to crease and ruined. But here's the deal about the 10 street game that I heard. I saw Shannon Sharp go on Nightcap, and I got told off and say he ain't gonna retire, bro. He's gonna be fine. Oh, he's washed up. He's this and that. Someone brought up freaking Magic Johnson in that chat for some reason. I don't know why. But here's the deal. If you think that he was going to retire and he's washed up, you're just flat out stupid. I don't care if LeBron's a go or not. You're stupid.
He's the GOAT.
He ain't gonna retire. Craig Carton needs to get off social media and get off YouTube for once. Okay, thank God he's on freaking FS1. He was stupid as heck. Okay, his show sucked too. The Breakfast Ball and that crap sucked as its show overall. LeBron is not washed up. He looked like a 21-year-old LeBron again. He was running.
Dude, no, he looked. I don't know. It's just his jumper looked better. He looked like he was jumping. I genuinely, I don't know what he did on that day off, but it helped him a lot.
I do not know what he did.
It helped him a lot because his jumper, he looked like he's getting more lift on his jumper. That dunk, I know he doesn't jump as high as he used to because he used to be 260 pounds and he'd hit his temple on the rim. Like, I get that's freaky. You'll never see that again. So it's not the height on that dunk that impressed me. It was the speed at which he accelerated. He went from mid-court to the rim in like a split second. Like, that speed was what looked different than so far what he's played. Like, it just looked, his jumper looked better. He looked like a lot. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, continue.
And by the way, that game-winning shot, he's now looked the all-time leading scoring clutch now. He passed Kobe Bryant. He surpassed Kobe Bryant now in clutch time points in the third and fourth quarter. I know Nick brought that up last week, about a couple weeks ago for the debate episode. He actually surpassed it more now. And by the way, in order for someone to break that streak, KD has to play 12 more seasons in the NBA, and that'll never happen ever again. So, and by the way, that play was the right play for the Lakers to win. LeBron could have missed a shot.
Yeah, honestly.
But you know what happened? He made the right play.
Yeah.
He was wide open. And for Skip Bayless to say Lee Brick James on his X page, bro, was insane. And by the way, Stephen A. Smith, by the way, didn't bash LeBron. He actually praised him on First Take the next day.
I'm surprised.
He did that. He said, you know what LeBron does? He always made the right play. Yeah, no matter what, he's either 1, 2, 3 greatest basketball players of all time. For me, I don't know yet. I gotta think about it still.
Stop it, Trey. Stop it.
I gotta think about it.
Stop it.
I can't.
Stop.
I can't usually go right now, but here's the deal. LeBron had 29 points per 29 that last night. Was insane, bro. I watched it after my Sunday Night Football. I think he's a GOAT.
Say that again. Well, sorry. I'm sorry. Did I hear that correctly? Did you just say he's?
He might be. I don't know.
You just said LeBron's a GOAT.
Yeah, I think he might be.
Yeah, that's right.
He might be.
That's right.
Here's the deal. The guy's probably turned 41 years old. And you know what Jersey Redick did? He said, you know what he did? He gave the ball to LeBron James and have this game plan for LeBron. And that's what happened. And top of that, the next play afterwards for a timeout, LeBron knew what Philadelphia was going to do.
Yeah, I did see that. Was crazy. That was crazy.
And he knew
one regular season game. It's been 23 years of excellence, Amish. That's what it is. 23 years of excellence.
Exactly. Amish, Was Michael Jordan like 40 years old doing that? No, he wasn't, bro. You know what Jordan was doing?
He was
he was doing his retirement for it.
He was chucking up shots on a bad team.
Yeah, that's all he was doing. Kobe
That's what he was
Bryant.
doing. Kobe Bryant wasn't even in the league.
He was a coaching for his daughter's team. God rest his soul.
It's just you're just not going to see that. You're not going to see a 41-year-old with a top 3 player in the league on his team be the guy they're going to in the fourth quarter. You're never going to see it. You're never going to see it. Luka is one of the 3 best players in the league. SGA, Jokic, Luka. Whatever order you want, that's who they are. I think Giannis is right there as well. So he's at least top 4. You're never going to see it again.
Yeah, I don't know. You're not going to see that ever again. That was crazy.
You're never going to see that.
But the Golden Bay, I don't know. Yeah, I take that back.
This dude, you're not taking nothing back. This guy's going to watch 150,000 games and then never be able to decide. It's just ridiculous.
I will decide. I'll decide.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Whatever. But anyways, yeah, LeBron was incredible. The Lakers improved to 7-6. They're, I think that second seed that second seed. Okay, we could talk postseason. Sure. About LeBron.
By the way, hey, Mish, here's the deal. If Kyber does not get hurt, y'all ain't winning jack in Game 7, bro.
Okay, well, Amish already thinks that LeBron's the GOAT because he's never actually watched a single game of Michael Jordan in his life. He just likes to rage bait me. It's fine. I'm used to rage bait. Do you see this guy right here, Trey Lopez? Guy rage baits me nonstop.
I gotta watch more games, dude. I just gotta watch more.
No, you don't. But that being said, like the second seed in the West is so important because you want to be as far away from the Thunder as humanly possible. Right now, they are the second seed. They're tied with the Nuggets at 17-6. The Rockets at 15-6. I guess the Rockets just never play. I don't understand. They just never play. But you definitely want to be on the other side of the bracket from the Thunder, who won 15 in a row or 23-1. Yeah. You don't want to be anywhere near that. That is ridiculous. Jeez. You don't want to be anywhere near that. But, yeah, that's so good game by them, staying up there. So, some reports coming out of there's a couple reports actually. So a couple reports coming out of different NBA teams. So AD wants out of the Mavs, and apparently Giannis has been talking with Milwaukee management about his future with the team. So we know AD wants out of the Mavs, and just please, legendary teams. AD wants out of the Mavs, and Giannis potentially wants out of Milwaukee. So, I mean, what do you see? Who do you see as a good suitor for the Mavs or for AD? And who do you see as a good suitor for Giannis if they do both end up being on the move this year?
So here's the deal. I think it was AD didn't want to be the Mavs in the first place. He wanted to be a Laker.
No, he wanted to be a Laker for the rest of his life.
And I think you want to be OKC, dude. We got to get one of those 2 players, dude. We have to get one of those 2 players. We have to, bro. Because here's the deal. Okay, the Thunder. I've been watching Thunder this year, and Nick's making a good point, dude. They're so freaking. So I never seen. When I watch SGA play, it gives me reminders of Kobe Bryant. Like, actually, dude, it's insane. His mid-range is his dude's not a 3-point shooter. He's a mid-ranger.
He's a mid-range. I mean, he can hit threes. He's been adding it to his game more often. He's become a better 3-point shooter, but he's mid-range. He's mid-range and drive. I mean, it's literally, and I've made this comparison before. It's like a Kobe MJ hybrid, and not in terms of that would okay. 80 the Timberwolves would be crazy. But when I see SGA play, I see the fluidity of MJ, but the skill of Kobe. So that's kind of what I see out of him. Then you have J-Dub, who's a top 3 defensive player, a top 3 at least perimeter, a top 3 perimeter defender, and then Case and Wallace is one of the best 3-and-D guys in the league. Isaiah Hartenstein is.
And you have
you have Chet, who's like this. Chet's just really good. I mean, he hits threes, he drives, he plays. He's great a great rim runner. He's a great rim protector. And then you have Hartenstein, who's also a great rim runner and a great rim protector and a better rebounder than Chet. Not as good of a shooter, obviously, but a better rebounder. And then you have okay. When Casey Wallace comes off the court, Alex Caruso's on the court now. So you have a slightly worse version than Casey Wallace on the court. Slightly, I think he's worse at 3-point shooting than Casey Wallace, but his defense is incredible. And then you have Lou Dort, who is also a fantastic defender and he's a good 3-point shooter. It's just like the depth is ridiculous, and then SGA is still there. So, like, I genuinely think, okay, I see what you were going. So continue. Yeah, go ahead and continue.
So here's the deal. Okay, I think Aiden's been fantastic to this season, but he can't guard hard. He can't guard Harden's Thunder. He can't guard Chet. He can't. And those TA guys are so freaking good. I mean, Harden's can give you his run for it. He's strong and he's big. Chet's skilled. Chet might play longer than Wembanyama. He might play longer than Wemby. He's tall too.
Yeah, he's tall, but he's not. Wemby gets he's those foot issues, the calf issues. Yeah. Chet hasn't dealt with as much because he's not as tall. He's only 7'1". I'm only 7'1", but Wemby is 7'5", 7'6". So Chet might have a longer, healthier career than him for sure.
But here's the deal. I think in order for Lakers to compete with the Thunder, dude, they had to add one of those two players. They had to either have Giannis or AD.
Okay, well, if they added Giannis
or AD,
okay. So AR is realistically gone in any of these scenarios. AR is the piece. I'm sorry, you're not getting AD or Giannis unless. So here's the thing. Yeah, and I think in the playoffs.
Here's the deal, though. Like earlier this season, I played with the Thunder. When ESPN YouTube TV were on that freaking Holdage, and you know what happened, bro? Luka couldn't go anywhere.
It was okay. I get it. That was the first game of the season, like that. I get that, but the thing is, like in a playoff series, if Luka goes crazy, I think they could at least compete with the Thunder. But the thing is, the longer the series goes, the more the depth of the Thunder appears to be important, right? Because they have 8 guys they can play, 9 guys they can play. And a lot of NBA teams in the playoffs, they're running 7-man rotations, seriously. Like a lot of them are. And the Thunder are 9, 10 deep in the playoffs. So, but if the games are close and in the fourth quarter, Luka and, the clutchest player in the history of the NBA, LeBron James, could do something. AR struggles against long athletic defenders. That's all the Thunder have is long athletic defenders. He struggled against when he had to go up against Jaden McDaniels in that playoff series. So you have Lou Dort's going to be on Luka, and then J-Dub's going to be on AR. AR is going to have a really hard time against J-Dubs. Okay, if the Thunder get 8, if the Mavs get, oh Lord, I can't speak. If the Lakers get AD or Giannis, the Western Conference Finals is going to be Thunder Lakers. It's going to be Thunder Lakers.
Yeah.
So in a realistic, like I said, AR would leave if the Lakers have Giannis, Luka, and LeBron, and DeAndre Ayton still, right? Yeah, Casey Wallace is probably on AR. Yeah, you're probably right. You are probably right. Because Casey Wallace is a little bit smaller. He'd have more trouble with LeBron. J-Dub is bigger. He'd be able to handle the size better. So yeah, Casey Wallace would probably be on AR. So Casey Wallace and Alex Caruso would probably be on AR. They're both incredible
defenders.
All defensive level defenders.
I mean, look at 2020 in the bubble. Alex Caruso played amazing at that defense against Jamal Murray, and
then you can put SGA on whoever you want, and he gets all that he doesn't have as big of a defensive assignment, so he can focus more on offense. So it's just like, oh, that stupid team is so good.
That team is so great, bro.
That team is so good, bro.
It might be better than the Warriors probably did.
Which Warriors?
Like with KD and all those. Bro.
Stop. Okay, well, I'm stopping you right there. Stop. We're done. Okay, no. Okay. This is a great team. Okay, this is a great team. But you're talking about a team that has four.
I know. I'm just kidding, bro.
First ballot Hall of Famers and 2 top 15 players. I don't want to hear that. Okay, great team, but let's chill. Let's chill on that. You are a fan of that team, Misha. That must be nice. You had to go through. You had to go through some rough years of, they have the Clippers. Legitimately, the funny part is about this whole thing is pretty much the future of the NBA relies on James Harden because, and it sounds weird to say, but the Thunder have the Clippers pick next year. And if the Clippers don't pick it up and continue and win games, the Thunder are going to have a lottery pick, a chance at the first overall pick in a loaded draft class. Loaded. AJ, I don't even know how to say his last name. By a test, I don't know how to say his last name, from BYU. Cameron Boozer. Those are all guys that are going to be in this year's draft. Yeah. And the Thunder could get one of them. That's James Harden. The fate of the NBA is resting on you. So just so you know. So, yeah, you never want to root against the Clippers because they are a whopping not great record right now. They have picked it up as of late. I do believe they haven't. They're freaking.
Dude, they're terrible this year, man.
They're 6-18. Oh God,
that's terrible. They're terrible this year. I feel bad for James Harden. He's
been playing great this year. He has been playing great. So we really need them to start picking it up because Lord have mercy. Anyways, yeah. So. I mean, going back to AD Giannis, who do you think they're a good suitor for both of them would be?
So I know probably the Lakers, but if not, I think the Wolves need him because I think Anthony Edwards is great, but Rudy Gobert just sucks, man. He sucks. It's like he can't play defense at all. I mean, Wembanyama should won defensive player of the year a couple years ago, but we won't go there. I think AD and Giannis and Ant-Man too can be a good duo, because AD can bring you depth and strength, and so I think he's a good all around power forward / center. He can shoot the ball. He's good in the perimeter, good in skill wise, and he can run a pick and roll with Ant-Man, and he can try to help lead Ant-Man too a little bit. And with Giannis, probably the Suns or the Lakers, but I don't know how it will happen. I don't know. I want it to happen.
So I think the Lakers could get at least a nice package because they are averaging 35-5. They could get something built around him, but yeah, so the teams that need both of them the most, I think the Timberwolves would either of them for the Timberwolves. I don't know what kind of package they could put together. They would lose a lot of their depth. I think the Suns is another good option. Adding either of them to the Suns would be a good option. The Warriors don't have anything to say about it because they don't want to trade Brandon Podziemski. Pods is too valuable. They don't want to trade him or Jonathan Kuminga, right? So,
oh my God, if Giannis goes to the Warriors, dude,
Trey, who are the Warriors going to trade them?
Dude, I don't know. Knowing that team, bro, that team goes so.
No, genuinely, who?
I don't know anybody.
Their third best player is Pods.
Yeah, I agree.
Pods is horrible. Genuine, are they going to trade Jimmy Butler, or are they going to trade Steph? Because if not, the Bucks aren't even going to answer. They're not going to answer the phone for either of those guys. Yeah. Maybe the Mavs will, but I don't think the Bucks are. No. So yeah, I don't know. I do think that the teams. So actually, let me pull. Actually, you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to pull up some mock trades. I want to see kind of what some of these writers are thinking. For Gian, I'm going to do a mock trade for Giannis. Maybe Bleacher Report. Okay, here we go. SBC Sports. So number one is Giannis to Atlanta. This is their number. This is just their first trade. So the Hawks would get Giannis Antetokounmpo, Kyle Kuzma, Miles Turner, and the Bucks would get. Okay, this is like the whole Bucks team or the whole Hawks team. They get Trae Young, Zachary Rochester, which is the second-round pick from a couple of years ago, Dyson Daniels, Kristaps Porzingis, the lesser of Milwaukee and Orlando's 2027 first-round picks, top 4 protected, 2 unprotected first-round picks from Atlanta. They're not – okay, that's ridiculous. That's stupid. Okay, second trade on here would be Giannis to Orlando. Okay, that's interesting. Franz Wagner, Anthony Black, Tyus Jones, Tristan Da Silva, and Orlando's unprotected 2032 first-round pick, first-round swaps, and a first-round swap in 2031. I don't think that's a very good package.
CBS says one says Orlando.
Yeah, I just went through a Orlando trade here with Franz Wagner, but I'm not sure about that one. So here's Giannis to Cleveland.
Man.
The Cavaliers get Giannis, Miles Turner, and Torian Prince. The Nets get Max Strus, Gary Trent, and Cleveland Browns 2031 first-round pick. I mean, this is the worst trade I've ever seen in my life. And the Bucks would get Evan Mobley, DeAndre Hunter, Jared Allen, and Haywood Highsmith. That's not terrible. It's pretty bad for Giannis, Evan Mobley, DeAndre Hunter, and Jared Allen. I don't know about that. All right, let's continue. Giannis to Indiana. Okay,
This was interesting.
so this is a 3-team trade. Pacers get Giannis and How the frick are they getting Vucevic too? Okay, hold on. Pacers get Giannis and Nikola Vucevic. The Bulls get Pascal Siakam, Kyle Kuzma, and TJ McConnell. The Bucks get Benedict Mathurin, Zach Collins, Kevin Huerter, Obi Toppin, Isaac Okoro, 3 unprotected first-round picks from the Pacers, 2 unprotected first-round picks from the Bulls, and unprotected first-round swaps in 2030 and 2032. Okay, that's not terrible. The Bucks getting 5 first-round picks and 5 players.
Yeah.
That's not bad. I think the Bulls get the short end of the stick by only getting Pascal Siakam. I guess they get TJ McConnell. I think that's fine for Vucevic. That's not terrible. That's the best one so far, just because so many picks. And we've seen what good picks can end up looking like, the Thunder. So here's another one, Giannis to Portland. So Portland would get Giannis and Miles Turner, and the Bucks would get Scoot Henderson, Donovan Clingan, Jeremy Grant, Robert Williams III, Matisse Thybulle, and the most favorable of Portland's 3 2024 first-round picks, Portland, Milwaukee, or Boston's, and Portland would relinquish the rights to swap first-round picks with Milwaukee in 2020 and 2030. That's not terrible either. I don't think that's great. I wouldn't do that either.
Yeah, that's it.
So, yeah, that's it. The only one I thought was okay was the Pacers one, because the Bucks would end up getting 5 first-round picks. That's not bad. Oh, here's the ESPN one. Houston. Giannis goes to the Rockets. The Bucks get Şengün, Fred VanVleet, and a first-round pick.
Jeez.
So you lose Şengün, you get to keep Amen Thompson and KD, and you get Giannis. Oh man.
Here's one from Patriot Report for the Lakers. So the Lakers would get Giannis and his brother
Thanasis,
like Thanos Antetokounmpo, and then the Lakers Marco will get Rui Hachimura, Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, Max Kleber, Dalton Connect, and first-round pick swaps in 2026, 2028, 2030, 2032, and 2031.
I'm sorry, the Lakers aren't getting Giannis without AR being shipped out. I'm sorry, it's not happening. It's not happening.
Yeah, that's what Patriot.
If you want, you have to give him AR. You have to give him AR, Rui, Dalton Connect, and like 4 first-round picks, because that's not happening. And here's one I found. I found one from a mock trade for the Knicks. So New York gets Giannis. The Bucks get Karl Anthony Towns, Pacomi Diatet. That's not a real person. Kyler Kolick, a 2026 first-round pick, a 2028 first-round swap, a 2030 first-round swap, and a 2032 first-round swap. I'm not a big fan of that one. And now here's one that I have seen this one floating around. It's a San Antonio Spurs trade. You want Giannis and Wemby on the same team? This is how you do it. Stephon Castle, Harrison Barnes, Kelly Olynyk, Jordan McLaughlin, and 3 first-round picks.
I don't think that's worth it, because here's why.
I like Castle, but I like Castle and 3 first-rounders, but I don't.
It's not worth it, because Wemby almost he's not gonna have a career.
All those picks are going to be the Spurs' picks, though. Only one of them would be the Hawks pick.
Yeah.
2027. So you get two of the Spurs picks with Giannis and Wemby. Those are not going to be good.
Yeah.
We'll do one more here before we move on. This is a Warriors pick or a Warriors swap. So Golden State would get Giannis and Thanasis. The Bucks would get Draymond Green, Jonathan Kuminga, and Buddy Hield. and 4 first picks. That's the worst trade.
That's awful, man. That's awful.
Oh, that's so bad. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, that's bad. I don't like that one. All right, so yeah, we'll see what happens. I think AD will be on his way out, and I'm not sure about Giannis. We'll definitely see about that. So, okay, we're gonna speak on this very briefly because I don't want to get rage baited. Okay, when they announced that MJ was going to be on NBC, I thought maybe I was wrong for thinking so. I thought we would get Michael Jordan at a game or two during halftime show in live or in the booth for a quarter or something like that, talking about the game of basketball and talking about the current state of basketball. What in the insights? I'd retire too. If the Golden State send me to Milwaukee, I'm just retiring. What MJ Insights on NBC has turned into is it's just a pre-recorded glazed slop fest with Mike Tirico. I'm very disappointed, unfortunately. I really thought we were going to get legitimate insight from MJ about today's game. I thought he was going to talk about today's game. I thought he was going to talk about the players. I thought he was going to talk about, kind of like a mind the game podcast style thing where it's very basketball focused and stuff like that. And it's just Mike Tirico glazing MJ for 30 minutes. It's like, I'm pretty disappointed. I am pretty disappointed.
So I actually love it. I watch it.
Wow. What, really? You love it? Love it? Wow, I'm shocked.
I love it, man. I do. I will say this. I thought the same thing though. But I think it's good though. I think he will do it. I think he will at one point throughout the season. It's part of his contract too.
It's pre-recorded, bro.
I think it will come out.
It's pre-recorded.
I don't care. I think he'll come
pre-recorded, and they release 15 minutes of it once a week, bro. It's pre-recorded, bro.
I think he'll come out.
Can MJ actually talk about basketball instead of letting Mike Tirico glaze him like he's Chris Collinsworth, bro?
Talked about Lowe's management.
Oh, bro, that's just hot topics. I'm talking about actually the game of basketball, bro.
Talk about the love of the game. Talk about Anthony Edwards. Talk about Ant-Man, bro. That's what he did.
Oh, gosh, bro.
Talked about what he would have done for the game or what he did it back in the day.
You're not understanding what I'm saying. Actually analyzing the game of basketball, not letting Mike Tirico suck his wiener for 15 minutes. Bro, it's so frustrating. I really thought we were gonna Kobe used to do on ESPN.
Okay. I should look deeper into why he's recording. I had to look into it. I had to look into it because I thought it was fake at first. Okay, I will admit, I thought the same thing you did. I thought he would be in studio. I thought he would be like in a game with McGrady, Vince Carter, that girl's name Maria Taylor, with Carmelo Anthony and whatnot. I looked into it. I actually looked at some research on my phone about this whole crap. I think what I've heard too is going to get a podcast on NBC, on NBC channel, kind of what LeBron does, and see what LeBron's doing. I saw reports about that. I don't know if it's true or not, but I saw that. I thought he'll probably go in the studio next year, probably sometime in the playoffs, and go talk about basketball. That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true or not. We'll find out. But I think it's impressive right now. It's back on TV, so. But yeah.
I'm disappointed. Anyways.
Okay. My segment now. So I've been watching this. Y'all know me. Trying to figure out who to go this. Still gotta watch some games. So I've been watching Kobe Bryant. And I'm not saying he's better than Jordan LeBron, but right now his game's probably a little bit better watching the season. I was overall. He got robbed from MVP, by the way. By the way, this guy had a 9 stretch game.
Oh my gosh.
40 points a game, bro. It was actually 40 points per game.
James Harden averaged 40 points a game for 41 games.
But this is different, though.
Okay. Yeah, my bad. It's different. My bad.
I mean, yeah, I think it's impressive how come it won. Anyway,
It's impressive. He's a great player. He's a top 10 player ever.
yeah. So CP3, Nick. Hey, but how you feel about CP3 getting cross, bro?
Bro, CP3, just pack it up, bro. Just pack it up, bro. Pack it up, bro. Pack it up. Pack it up. Okay, so talk a little golf. We can talk F1 if you want us to. It's just going to be me talking and Trey looking like I talked about a ghost. But yeah, go ahead. Let's Trey. Is Brooks Koepka going back to the PGA Tour?
So there's a report from Golf Digest saying he actually is. Here's the deal about the PGA Tour, and I saw Macro talk about this a lot too. Rory, a couple of weeks ago, with his green jacket on. I think he should go back on the PGA Tour. I think you'll make him to a better golfer. Here's the deal: he won a 2023 PGA, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
2023 PGA. Here's the deal about this whole live crap and PGA crap. Okay, here's the deal. It's gonna ruin your career. I feel bad for Bryson DeChambeau. Bryson cares about playing golf, and Mickelson doesn't. He sucks. If Brooks wants to be a top 10 golfer of all time, be back on the PGA Tour so you actually develop your legacy. Because here's the deal, he's not even in the World Golf rankings at all. He's like 200. He's 200 among all players in the World Golf rankings.
Yeah.
So save your legacy, Brooks Koepka back on the PGA Tour.
Yeah. So real quickly here, the Live Golf CEO Scott O'Neill, when asked about this rumor in an interview, he said, and I quote, "I know you're not going to want to hear this one, just the individual players, and this goes back to our policy. We're just going to run through it. So we haven't made any announcements on any players, but he is signed for 2026. That pretty much tells me that this is true because he would have. Yeah. So the thought is that he uses a gap year. He takes this year to sit out to serve his 12-month suspension from the PGA Tour and then return to the PGA Tour the next year. So, he'd still be able to play in the majors because of his 2023 PGA Championship win. He's exempt, so he'd be able to play in the majors still. So he could sit out, serve his suspension, play in the DP the DP World Tour, and play in this year's 4 majors, and then be able to return back to full PGA Tour play the following year, being able to go through all that stuff. So I do think that quote from the Liv's CEO kind of leads me to believe, makes me lean towards the thought that Brooks might not be on Live this year, because if he had an opportunity to squash the rumors of this, he would have. If he knew for sure that Brooks was even thinking about playing in the Live Tour, he would have said so, but he did not. He didn't deny it at all. He didn't confirm it, but he didn't deny it. And in this case, I think not denying it is a bigger deal than not confirming it. So yeah, I think we could see Brooks sitting out this year, playing in the majors, then returning back to PGA Tour, full PGA Tour play the following year. So
yeah, it comes up. PGA and Live start next month.
Yeah, they do. So your guy, Tiger Woods, Trey, what's going on?
Okay, so he said he was playing 25 and both tours, but he's a liar.
He's not playing in both tours, bro.
He's playing one towards the PGA Tour. He's not playing a Tour Champions, okay? He does not want to play a Tour Champions. Tiger Woods is a PGA Tour. PGA Tour himself walking. I don't believe him. I think he wants to make people to shut about it. He turns 50 this month. Same day as LeBron's birthday is the same day as Tiger Woods' birthday. So, Tiger Woods, I love you, but don't lie to people, bro. Don't lie to Chad Nicholas. Don't lie to Montgomery. Don't lie to PJ Scene. Just play the PGA Tour. That's what you want to do. You're lying, bro. I think he'll play probably in one major this year. Probably. He says he's playing good on his back, and he's but
we'll see.
If PNC ain't gonna play, I'm kind of sad about that.
We'll see.
He ain't playing PNC.
Yeah, it's pretty upsetting. We'll see. We'll see what Tiger's able to do. But real quickly here before we wrap up, guys, I will briefly touch on F1. The season just wrapped up in Abu Dhabi. Congratulations to Lando Norris winning his first championship. He secured it by getting a podium. He placed third behind his teammate Oscar Piastri and Max Verstappen. He's able to win the championship by 2 points. Crazy that's even I even said that, because at one point Max Verstappen was down 100 points in the championship race. The fact that this was even a question going into Abu Dhabi was crazy. Max ended up winning the race, but Lane ended up winning the championship. So shout outs to him. I'm very sad for him because Zach Brown ruined his moment. It was by the worst championship call I've ever heard in my life. Just type in Zach Brown championship call. Lando, I believe Lando deserved a moment like when Max won his first one over the radio talking to his engineer. I believe that Lando deserved something like that, and he did not get it. It was very sad, but he was crying. Lando was just super emotional. I'm very happy for him. He won the last championship in the current era of racing. They are changing a lot of the rules, changing the car, changing the way everything works, taking away DRS, taking away. It's going to kind of half hybrid. So winning in this current era has been difficult. The last 9 championships have gone to either Lewis Hamilton or Max Verstappen. So Lando being able to do that and putting his name on the short list of drivers' champions. McLaren had an incredible year. They dominated the Constructors' Championship. They won the Drivers' Championship, and their second driver was third place. Just a dominant season by McLaren to end out this era. So, yeah, shout out to Lando. He deserved it. He raced incredible all year, especially in the second half. He was very, very good in the second half of the year. He stayed consistent throughout the year, I think him being able to stay consistent even when Oscar was winning is what led him to be able to be at this point, because he was still getting podiums. He was still scoring high, even when he was not winning. And they had a fantastic stretch of winning. And that's kind of what sealed it for him. Max went on a tear on the last half of the season to even make it close. But Lando was incredible this year. He won. I mean, he won the Drivers' Championship, and no one can take that away from him. And I'm very happy for him. And I just wish Zach Brown didn't ruin his moment with that horrific call. But, it's fine. It's fine. So, yeah, we'll see. F1's going to be almost not a different sport next year, but it's going to look so different. We're adding 2 different teams. Audi is taking over the Kick Sauber spot, and then Cadillac is being added to the grid. We'll see what with the new regulations, what the cars do. The cars are going to be smaller. There's no DRS, so it's going to be very strategy focused, very driver focused. So we'll see. It's going to be very interesting. It was a great season, and I'm very excited to see what happens next season. And yeah, we'll see. But yeah, another one in the books. The era of big old cars is over, and we're going to smaller cars, maybe more overtaking on tighter spots, like in a track like Monaco, street races, stuff like that. So, but yeah, great season. Congratulations to Lando and McLaren for having a storybook year. So, but yeah, guys, that does wrap us up for today. We had quite the jam-packed episode, talking about a lot. And yeah, just enjoy this week. This week of we don't have college football for a while. It's kind of sad, but enjoy basketball, enjoy some NFL as the playoffs rapidly approach, and the NFL as the brackets start to take shape and things of that nature. So yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. For those of you who are new that joined us today, welcome in. We hope to see you back again soon. We have our episodes pretty much every Monday. Sometimes we have to move to Tuesday, or sometimes we can't have one. But almost every Monday, you'll find me and Trey here talking sports, yelling at each other, getting mad. Trey rage baiting me, Amish rage baiting Trey.
And remember, in 2 weeks, guys, I'll put special guests at the
So we're doing a special pre-Christmas episode, probably December 22nd. We're going to have a special guest on. It's going to be the most rage bait filled episode you've ever seen in your life. I'm going to get rage baited so hard. Okay.
So high.
So, do you want to tell them who the guest is?
Okay, guys, it is my uncle David.
Oh man.
Here's the deal. He has
man.
About the GOAT, about Jordan LeBron.
Okay, so he watches the show. So Uncle David, if you watch later, I'm ready. I'm ready, man. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Trey's ready for it. He's got some hot takes about LeBron, and I got some hot takes about Jordan. We're pretty much polar opposite, okay? How I think about LeBron, he thinks about Jordan. The only thing is, he doesn't respect LeBron as much as I respect Jordan. So that's where it's going to get really interesting to see how that happens.
By the way, he also has he's a big Cowboys fan.
Yeah, which we are similar in that, but it's going to be rage bait versus rage bait. Trey's going to rage bait me. His uncle's going to rage bait me. I'm going to rage bait both of them. There's going to be. I don't want to yell at anybody. I'll yell at Trey all day. I don't want to yell at his uncle. I'm probably going to end up yelling at his uncle. Just saying. But it's going to be full on nasty debate. It's going to be crazy. But yeah, that's in 2 weeks from now. So just mark your calendars down.
And make sure giveaway at the end of the month. I would give Nick his giveaway.
Yeah. So
Sunday red hat for Nick.
Yeah.
That's why I got him. So yeah, you know what? Giveaway at the end of the month.
Yeah, giveaway at the end of the month. But yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by. We really appreciate it. If you stayed all the way through all 2 hours, appreciate you. But yeah, we will see you guys in our regular schedule episode next week. Thank you so much for stopping by. Like I said, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time. You have a fantastic rest of your night. We will see you later.